that, getting hit multiple times. Coming out of that bike section, more drivers coming to blows.
Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning. Welcome to Slow Motion Broadcasting for another exciting night of XSLR round number 10. Takes us to Sonoma in the rallycross car. And this track just under a mile in length, but bringing the high-flying action that we always see in rallycross racing. Last week, we saw Adam Thomsen dominate. And when I say dominate, I mean he dominated at Daytona, but this week could be a different story. We got a few more drivers in the field, and we will have to just keep an eye out what is happening. My name is Adam Thomsen. Joining me, as always, is Ron Maunz, who's also behind the cameras control tonight, the producer, the director, and the broadcaster. Ron, after last week, I hope tonight we don't lose count of the laps.
Yeah, I'm keeping my fingers crossed that we're also not going to see absolute bedlam heading down into turn number 1, which I think may be a little bit easier said than done, just down to the fact that this rallycross configuration of Sonoma is bizarre. And I got confirmation from Chief Meow Mount, Mr. Adam Thomsen, a little bit earlier on here. We are running on the old scan of this track too, which is, I wouldn't necessarily say a fate worse than death, but it's not ideal either. This old scan, old scan of Sonoma is, let's call it, I'm trying to think of the best way I could describe it, optically challenged, I think is the best way that I could sum it up. This is an ugly looking racetrack, but I think we're gonna have some fun racing. As long as everybody doesn't try and kill each other, I think we're in for some fun.
Well, we should be. Of course, it's a mixture of asphalt and dirt to just throw a little mix into the excitement here tonight around Sonoma. Of course, it has a big elevation change on this racetrack, which actually happens right here as we're following along with Slow Trickle or Charles Bochelle as he goes up the hill here on turn number 1. So that will add a little bit of element to it, especially because what goes up must come back down. And that is what's going to be very interesting to see what is going to be happening in this race as Charles Bochelle just doing some practice laps as we only have about just under 40 seconds to go here in our practice session here. And Ron, you're a social media guy, aren't you?
I occasionally browse.
All right. Did you see the announcement from the V8 supercars today or last night?
I did not. No, I'm expecting something pretty rough here.
Well, it was Kostecki, who is a big name driver in the V8 supercar series. He re-signed a massive extension with Dick Johnson Racing.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
So,
yeah, I saw that.
I swear to God, this is what the post said, and I promise you, this is the kind of stuff you and I would do. Kostecki signs massive Dick Johnson Racing extension. That's just
and massive dick in the same line as well. Which see, I was going to say you love to see it, but that would definitely get taken out of context.
Yes, it would. I would actually put a gun to your head to make sure that you were going to cut that out and be like, Ron loves you know what.
We are off the air.
Well, we're underway in qualifying here. It's going to be Brad Cathcart out there along with Jason Greider. And, of course, we'll wait for some lap times as well. It's individual qualifying, so we'll try and keep up as much as we can tonight around Sonoma. But we'll keep an eye on Jason Greider right now in the Ford Fiesta, or the Fixed or Repair Daily Fiesta. And he's going around those corners quite quickly here. And just getting those tires warmed up, getting them ready to go. And, of course, for Jason Greider, hasn't had the best luck so far this season. He's an unlucky guy, but I tell you what, the most unluckiest guy in the league right now is going to be Jake Ham as lap times coming in. Kevin Irwin, Joshua Wilkie now to the quick time with a 41.879. Kevin Irwin with a 42.060. Brad Cathcart goes third fastest with a 42.354. Joshua Sushi 43 flat. And there goes Tyler Brown, quick time with a 41.548. And Joshua Wilkie 3/10 behind. Needs to find 3/10 around a track that's very difficult to find time on. As Jason Greider goes sixth fastest, you got Charles Bochelle going seventh quick. We'll keep an eye on the Subaru WRX machine of Joshua Wilkie in that 077 car. He's going over the jump for the final time. Can he find the lap time to go to the pole? He
cannot.
Does not. He was slower, 41.966. Tyler Brown still on the pole position. Still out there is going to be Adam Thomsen. Jake Ham goes fifth fastest with a 42.607. And Tyler Brown lays down a faster lap time of 41.273. And Matt Lass, who, well, he more or less has had a really rough go of it as he crosses the line here. And let's see where he goes. He will go no lap time. I think that's just the start of his lap. So here we go. Derek Volk goes to second fastest of 41.7. 4/10 off of Tyler Brown's very quick lap time around Sonoma here. We'll take a look at the cheese car just to see. He should have been completed with a lap here. He stays third fastest. Jake Ham goes slower on his second lap time of 42.616. Keeping an eye on Matt Lass here, as we still have no lap time from Adam Thomsen himself, who is here tonight. But here is Matt Lass. He will go down to the finish line for his first lap time. He will go ninth fastest of 43.194. Andy Kosick, eighth fastest of 43.097. There's our points leader, Adam Thomsen. He's going to go over the jump. He should be putting up a lap time this time. And let's see where he goes here. He goes second fastest of 41.6282. And he is 4/10 off the pace. He's got to find 4/10 in a course that doesn't have corners to get 4/10. Chad Gross currently 13th fastest, a 46.937 on his first go around. He goes off the track. And that's unfortunate. He is not going to gain any time from there, as Andy Kosick does improve to a 42.876 and moves up to eighth fastest, back to the points leader. No, excuse me, that's not the points leader. That's Jimmy Howitt. Jimmy Howitt. Can he find a lap time that can go against Tyler Brown? He's also struggled in the first couple of series here at XSLR. Let's see where Jimmy Howitt comes out at as he goes to the tarmac section. Gets a little bit wide, but able to keep the throttle down through the final complex to corner straight back down, and now takes that nice right-hander over the jump, and he will head towards that finish line as we look at the drone cam here. And Jimmy Howitt crosses the line.
Oh.
Goes sixth fastest of 42.338, and that will bring an end to his qualifying, as Adam Thomsen did move up to second fastest. It was still second fastest, but did cut into the advantage that Tyler Brown had by 0.3 of a second, only almost 0.2 behind Tyler Brown.
Yeah, I think that's just about done here in qualifying as well. Everybody has set the lap time. Tyler Brown and Adam Thomsen setting the pace. And now we can take a look at the first starting grid of the night to get the races up and rolling.
Well, heat race number one, Tyler Brown, Kevin Irwin will be in first, and second. Third will be Brad Cathcart, starting for Joshua Sushi, and our fifth and final starter here in Sonoma, the 552 of Jason Greider. We're going to get ready to go here. 4 cars have gridded up. Wait for another. Let's see here. I see a comment on YouTube. It says, I arrived early to share some good news. Congratulations to Adam Thomsen on becoming the 2025.
We can, we're not going to do anything to stop that being posted into the YouTube chat, because that's not my authority. He says as a mod on the channel. We cannot read that on the air, though. I saw that earlier on. And I was speculating that may be our old pal, Mr. Tim Cox, which fitting pun there. However, I don't believe it is.
As I look closely, I thought I didn't read the last part of that, and no, we cannot say that on the air.
And we're off the air.
I mean, we're already on thin ice. There's the fifth car. We'll grid it up and ready to go here. Lights will turn on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights on. 5 lights will go out, and away we go. Some cars almost doing a little bit of a wheelie off the start line. Kevin Irwin goes out in front as they fall into turn 1. But the 821 machine, he gets out in front of the cheese car. Kevin Irwin through turns 1 and 2. They go. Now they're going to go down into the front straightaway. A little bit of Ford Fiesta crime there, as now the Ford's going backwards in this heat race. And oh man, an absolute close one there with the WRX machine of Joshua Sushi. And he almost got taken out right away, but back out in front as we wait for the timing graphic here to show up. It's going to be the 821 machine out in front here of Tyler Brown, our pole sitter. and he is currently growing that gap on Kevin Irwin. Kevin Irwin got such a launch off the line, but going into those first couple of corners, he was stuck on the outside and couldn't keep a hold of it.
Yeah, I think he also clipped the wall a few moments ago, so Kevin Irwin really trying to slide that cheese car around this track, but I think the track is more so working as a cheese grater at the current moment. He's slotted back in second. Meanwhile, Joshua Sushi and Jason Grider may be battling here soon. Sushi behind the wheel of that Subaru. You got Grider behind the wheel of that Ford Fiesta. Now, I always thought that it was found on road dead, not fix or repair daily, but both can work.
Fix or repair daily are found on the roadside dead. It's kind of take your pick on that one. So for most Ford drivers, it is fix or repair daily, or you're fixing, or you're going to be found on the roadside dead because you're stranded somewhere. So it really depends on what happens. You know, the situation. As Joshua Sushi in fourth right now. Just so everybody reminder of the rules here, Ron. Top two go to the A feature directly. Everybody else to the B feature to determine their starting spot in the A feature. And right now, Brad Cathcart, Joshua Sushi, and Jason Grider all outside of that.
Yeah, just a few moments ago, Joshua Suchi decided to take his Joker lap, as to will Tyler Brown. Now, it being an American Rallycross track, the Joker lap is actually a quite significant shortcut. As I try and get the Joker lap graphic up on the screen, I will let you know that it is a huge amount of time that you can gain whenever you decide to use that. And these racers do have to use that multiple times throughout the night.
Well, it's going to be Tyler Brown right now out in front, still by 2.7 seconds. Has he taken his Joker lap yet? Do you see that on your side?
Tyler Brown, yes, he has.
Okay, so he's taking one Joker lap, and you have to take it twice. That is what we have been told for this session. And yes, 2 Joker laps in all sessions except for qualifying, of course. And right now, there goes Kevin Irwin. He gained a boatload of time. He's right on the back bumper of the 821 of Tyler Brown. Kevin Irwin, he's trying to get that throttle down through that elevated corner number 1, going down the hill again. And he is right there. I would not be surprised. Is that Kevin Irwin's second time? We are on the white flag, and Kevin Irwin wide. I think he got a little nervous on the brakes there, maybe slid a little bit too, but Kevin Irwin right now looking at taking a second place finish, as Tyler Brown does take the Joker that time. He will cross the finish line. Kevin Irwin will come home to second. He'll transfer to tonight's A feature. And Brad Cathcart goes to third. He will go to tonight's B feature. Joshua Sushi fourth. Jason Grider in the 5th spot. But a good race there by Tyler Brown, though. He was able to just maintain that pressure that Kevin Irwin was able to find through the Joker lap.
Yeah, worked out fantastically when he decided to take that lap, but here we go. We've got another starting grid to take a look at. This time, however, things are going to look a little bit different. I got Adam Thomsen and Joshua Wilkie comprising of your front row, 2 SMB owners. That's going to be rather fascinating. Battle to see who gets control of the company next year. No, I'm kidding, obviously. Jake Ham in third, Matt Lass and Chad Gross completing your field. But man, that first race was actually a little bit spread out. I'm a bit shocked here, Adam. However, the way these heat races usually go, one race is tame, the other is busy, one race is normal, the other is pandemonium. So let's see what we get in race number 2 here tonight.
Well, I'm calling it now. Joshua Wilkie wins this, because I want to keep my job. Here we go. Here, all 5 lights turn on, 5 lights go out, and away we go. Here they all fall into
Whoa! What in the world happened there? What the hell?
Oh. What the actual hell was that? What? Oh, just like that, this went off the rails that quick. What happened to Jake Ham? Jake Ham's like disappeared.
Oh, he ran to... Okay, we got to take a look at some replays here. Things have gone to pot already. Oh, Josh has a oh, that may have been the reason why Josh decided to stuff it in the barriers right away. He picked up a black flag and just decided to go, I must go, my plan needs me. What happened to Ham, though? Oh, that's what happened to Ham. Oh, that's a kick in the nuts.
Oh, my Lord. Well, that's... Welcome to XLR, everybody.
Yeah.
What? So
Well,
I'm
if that gives
guessing
you a good reason, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. I really don't know what does.
What I'm guessing happened with Josh, he jumped the start just a hair.
Yeah. I'm going to take a look at a replay because Adam Thomsen is just, pissed off into the distance.
Out.
He gets enough screen time on this goddamn channel already. So let's take a look at Mr. Wilkie. Oh, boy.
Let's just see. Does he go early?
Yeah, it had to have been a black flag because, I mean...
Roll that back.
Yeah.
Slow that down.
Or, yeah, let's take a look at this here again. I can find the right goddamn camera angle. So I'm trying to see. I'm trying to get a good shot of this.
What? No, he left on time.
Yeah, what in the world happened there? Yeah,
Did he creech forward? Like,
maybe, potentially, perhaps.
But that looked clean.
Yeah.
Did iRacing just screw over Joshua Wilkie?
That sounds like the thumbnail. That sounds like the title for a clickbait YouTube video. That's what that sounds like. That is, man. Oh, we got a lot of stuff going. I just had like 5 different crash messages pop up in the span of absolutely no time. It said that Adam Thomsen crashed as we were following him. Matt Lass had some trouble, which he's running 6 seconds behind Matt Thomsen. I don't think he's pushing that car hard enough to really get himself into troubles. Chad Gross also, like, what? It's taken us until Heat 2 here tonight for this track and car and series to break us here, Adam. This is record pace.
I was gonna say, this was last week. It was fine till the feature. Tonight, just right away.
That might have been the most confusing start that I think I've ever experienced in my life. I've seen a driver jump the start like 15 seconds before the lights went out. Either way, Adam Thomsen's on track for a win, but... yeah,
Mr. Thomsen, the wet Thomsen, he will come across that line. He'll win heat race number 2. He'll go to the feature. Matt Lass will also go to the feature tonight. Chad Gross will not advance. He will go to the B feature.
Oh! Oh, he pancaked it into the hill. Oh, Adam Thomsen has sadly passed away. Everybody, please give your condolences and pour out your alcoholic beverage of choice. Oh, my goodness. What if we see, like, I don't think Jake Ham's gonna make it to the checkered flag. I think we're gonna time out here. Actually no, we've got a lot of time before iRacing's gonna say nope, you're done. We're gonna stay with him here and
he's going backwards.
Yeah,
come on, Jake, come on.
Let's listen into the audible roar of this VW engine as we debut a brand new segment here on Slow Motion Broadcasting, that being Turn Up Your Volume.
Well, no, I think he did cross. I think he did cross. All right, there we go. Well, Jake Ham obviously has no luck at all as he crashed right away, and he is out. Heat race 3 on the pole is the 78 of Derek Fulk and Jimmy Howlett in second. Starting third is the number 50 of Andy Kosick and the 021 of AKA Charles Bushell or Slow Trickle, whoever. And we are underway in this 4-car heat race. And just getting word from Josh Wilkie, he said his car moved.
Darn handbrake. Whoa! Derek Folk nearly just lost
Derek,
it over
Derek.
the crest of the hill.
Derek, calm down.
Calm down, kind sir. We've already had so much chaos throughout this race, I'm not sure if we can cope with any more, he says in a British accent for some reason.
Well, Derek Folk out in front, single file. What are we doing here?
Oh, I asked that question a long time ago. Yeah, I'll tell you one, this is honest. Many times late at night, I'm sat there by myself thinking, you know what? My grandfather immigrated to this country from Germany in the very early 20th century from poverty and made his own butcher shop here in the city of Philadelphia and made a living for himself, grew a fantastic family, and now I am here 100 years later making fart jokes on the internet. Anyways, Derek Folk is still leading this race.
This broadcast has just gone off the rails, Ron.
It was never on rails in the first place. Charles Bochelle had a moment. I'm not going to cut to that because he's a nice guy and I like working on the Weekend Warrior shows with him. Everybody else is fair game.
Okay. Well,
Oh! Oh, Jimmy Howard.
What?
Busted his butt. What in the world happened here?
What happened?
Oh,
and
Cossack did
had
it
a
too.
problem. What? Guys.
Okay, we're going to have to take a look at these replays now. I think
Cossack in second.
Yeah.
Gets into the tarmac, thinks there's a lot more grip, goes a little bit sideways and smacks the wall. Okay. And then how does that happen?
Derek Folk is about to win this race by a half a minute. This is unheard. Charles Bochelle coming back from the brink of disaster. He's on track to finish in P2. Attaboy Charles.
And he's gonna make the feature. He's gonna make the actual feature without having to race in the B feature because he's just taking it nice and steady. Takes the Joker lap. Oh my Lord.
Goodness me, there's Jimmy Howard still stopped there. Oh my goodness.
He's trying. He's trying. Oh my God. What?
I have never in my life. I have never before. We may need to cut to. Oh no, Charles! No! No!
Charles, no!
No! Oh! Andy Cossack with a puff pass it over motor guy got the move done.
He's gonna. Andy Cossack's gonna steal the transfer spot. Oh man, I can't. I just can't with Jimmy. I just. And here comes Derek Folk almost lapping the field.
I think he did.
Win.
Oh no, he didn't. Dang it.
And Charles Bochelle, he finally gets by Andy Cossack. He took the Joker, and all he has to do is just bring it home. No mistakes, no nothing, and he is in the feature. Andy Cossack is on putt mode here. Is Jimmy still out there? Is Jimmy Howard still out on track?
Oh no, he isn't.
Oh no,
Dang
he
it.
parked it.
I think
parked
he only
it.
parked it a few moments ago too, which is astonishing. That is unbelievable. Yo, Derek Folk, I'm not. Oh no, Derek. Okay, just elaborate donuts. I thought we were gonna see another driver kick themselves into the wall.
Well, Derek's already won the race.
Yeah, doesn't matter too much, but still.
Charles Bochelle makes it into the feature.
Ooh.
By just keeping his car clean. Andy Cossack had enough of his car and he sends it into oblivion. We still got 2 more races, Rod.
Yeah, we got the consolation coming up here, so let's get. I'm gonna give you the opportunity to catch your breath as we got Brad Cathcart starting this race up in the front. Chad Gross alongside in P2. Andy Cossack, Joshua Succi in 3rd and 4th. Jake Ham's gonna start this race in 5th. Jimmy Howard in 6th. Jason Grider and Joshua Wilkie gonna complete your field as we're about to get a race start here.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights on. 5 lights will go out, and away we go.
And there goes
What kind of carnage are we going to see? Joshua Wilkie this time does not jump the start. Instead, he bumps himself up into third and trying to go for the race lead side by side. 3 wide as they come towards the jump. And Josh Wilkie able to hold on to a little bit of a rough landing there off the jump. But now Joshua Wilkie into third. We're out the leader, Andy Kosick, the number 50 car. Brad Cathcart falls down to second. Joshua Wilkie has bumped himself into third. Sushi in the WRX machine is in fourth, and now here comes Wilkie. He's going for second, and Joshua Wilkie finds himself now in second and only has Andy Kosick to worry about for the win here. There's Jake Tam, who's managing to keep it clean, hasn't found the bad luck yet in this race, but who knows? And we got one turnaround.
Oh my goodness. I thought we had a driver over the wall there for a couple of moments.
Let's see what happened. As they come into this tight complex of corners here, somebody got spun around, and who was that?
Oh, that was Chad Gross. Terrible angle. They had said that Andy Kosick had crashed, but the crash was actually for Chad Gross. So let's have another shot from this. This time potentially from the SMB drone. Let's take a look at it here. Quick little spin. I've seen some drivers actually vault up with the inside, the left side tires completely off the ground. There's Jimmy Howitt, sledgehammer shot to the wall himself through the short chute.
This is why there's alcoholics, man. I'm speechless. Race for second here. Here comes Cathcart on the inside. Can't get around Joshua Wilkie as he's on that outside line, finding the momentum down the hill here. And he is holding strong here, but Brad Cathcart is on the charge, our resident Aussie, who is definitely celebrating after the Australian cricket team defeated England in the first test match of the 2025-26 Ashes in 2 days. That is one of the quickest times that they've ever beaten England in a 5-day test cricket series. And so he's been celebrating, I'm guessing. And if he gets on the podium tonight, I am definitely asking what he's been drinking for the last couple of days. And Joshua Wilkie, he's starting to close the gap a little bit. He did take the Joker lap, and he is very close to Andy Kosick. Actually, a little too close for comfort as they go down into the tarmac section. And if I'm Wilkie, I'm going to take that second Joker lap again. And no, he stays this time outside of it. And Wilkie, he is pressuring Kosick, but doesn't get a good landing off the jump. That car really unstable when landing off the jump there, but there goes Kosick. Kosick a little bit slow through turn one, and there goes Joshua Wilkie to the front of the field here in the B feature. He's wanting to start in the 7th position, and really what will be the middle of the chaos. But a win is a win in my mind. So if Wilkie can get this done, this will be his first technical win in XSLR. Even though it doesn't count for anything, it just means you're starting in the middle of the pack if you're in this race. And Joshua Wilkie, again, rough landing, but keeps that car pointed forward here. Jimmy Howitt, who is out of this race, is in 8th, so he will start tonight from the 14th position.
He'll start somewhere.
He'll start somewhere in the back.
Which, honestly, I can't necessarily say is a bad spot, considering all the drama and chaos and pandemonium we've seen at the start of these races.
My brain is fried. We're on lap 6 of 8 here as everybody signed the single file out. Here comes Brad Cathcart trying to go after Andy Kosick, took the Joker. And now Kosick under pressure from the resident Aussie. And Kosick a little bit wide. wider than
Whoa.
Brad Cathcart, who goes over the side, almost gets the car put sideways on its door. Cathcart keeping it straight, but lost a lot of time there. And Joshua Wilkie feeling very comfortable in that Subaru WRX machine. And he is looking to take the win here. We're going to hit the white flag this time. One more time around for the 077 out of Alberta, Canada. Currently out in front of the field, who started in fourth, fourth. He started fourth and made his way up into third and then just worked his way by. And now Jake Ham's getting into the fight here with Brad Cathcart. Can he find a move down? It's going to be close. Jake Ham sees that Brad Cathcart went a little bit wide, tries to fight himself down to the inside, can't make the space work. Here they come to the final complex of corners on the tarmac section. And Joshua Wilkie will take it. And oh, Jake Ham, did he just slam Brad Cathcart into the wall? He body slammed him just like you would see in WWE. Jake Ham will take third. See that one more time as they come into the final corner here. Jake Ham doing everything he can, goes down the inside, has just a nose, and okay, it wasn't really a body slam. Okay, I was overreacting there. It looked like he did, but he didn't. Just a love tap, just a nice little peck on the cheek. But can we get the results of that just real quick? I know Joshua Wilkie won, and Andy Kosick will finish in second. Jake Ham will finish third. Brad Cathcart fourth. Joshua Sushi in fifth. Jason Greider sixth. Chad Gross in seventh. And Jimmy Howitt, the only man who did not complete a lap in this B main. So that is that. We have our order set. We have a little bit of a warm up here, which gives us a moment to talk about the points. And we got a point situation brewing here at XSLR. And of course, it's going to be Adam Thomsen out in front with 206 points. Jake Ham in second. He's losing points every single race, has had zero good luck at all since the start of XSLR. Tyler Brown in third, 139 points. Derek Folk sits in that fourth spot with 121 points. A good result tonight. Keep an eye out on him because we're getting ready to go on sports car racing and open wheel racing, which I think is going to be his strong suit. Andy Kosick sits in the top five, tied with Derek Folk. No, with Kevin Irwin. Sorry, I'm getting mixed up here. Dylan Vos, who is not here tonight, in seventh, but Chad Gross only sitting with 100 points. If he can pick up some good points, he will move up a spot tonight. Matt Loss in ninth with 74 points and tied with Brad Cathcart with 10 in 10. Jason Greider in 11th with 62 points. Joshua Sushi, 48 points, sits in 12th. Corey Patton, who's not here tonight, sits in 13th with 41 points. Harrison Chandler, who has not been here since the first night, is sitting 14th. Tyler Coates, who's also not been here in quite a bit of time, is sitting 15th, along with Colin Finland. And Charles Boschel sitting 17th with 18 points. And Joshua Wilkie, with this being his second race of the XSLR season, sitting in 18th with 11. Jimmy Howitt, though, who's been to more races than Joshua Wilkie, sitting in 19th, 4 points. And is that it? There only been 19 drivers? I think so. So there's a look at the point situation. We're just getting our warm-up underway here. Only a few minutes to go in that. Jimmy Howitt just sitting there. He's like, nope, do not drive.
Please
car has
do
been
not.
put.
That's what he's saying to the field and himself.
It's like, I put this car through the ringer. This thing is a damn tank. And right now, all eyes on Adam Thomsen, who did win his heat race, but tonight I think he's got a pretty big challenge with Tyler Brown, Ron.
Yeah, That he has. I think this is going to be probably the strongest fight back from the field that we have seen ever since Adam came back to the series a couple of weeks ago. We could very well see him contend for another win, obviously. However, I think there's some very strong competitors all throughout this field. They're going to give him a little bit of a headache as we get into this race. And speaking of the checkered flag out in warm-up, we'll be able to get that starting grid loaded up right about now, and let's get up and rolling here tonight.
Well, starting on the pole, it's going to be Tyler Brown in the 821, and alongside him is going to be Adam Thomsen in the 244. Starting third, the 78 of Derek Fulk, and fourth is going to be the 7 of Kevin Irwin. Starting fifth, the 98 of Matt Lassen. Starting in sixth, embracing his way in the heat races, the 021 of Charles Bochelle. The 077 of Joshua Wilkie will start seventh, with Andy Kosick, the number 50, starting eighth. Finishing out the top 10, the 85 of Jake Ham and the 905 of Brad Cathcart, Ron.
Then looking through the rest of the field, we got Josh Succi and Jason Grider starting at 11th and 12th. Then Chad Gross and Jimmy Howard completing your 14-car starting grid here for this race. Already got just about everybody lined up on this massive grid of racers. Look at that group of cars. Wowzers, wowzers, wowzers. Currently rounded out at 13 as Jimmy Howard is not there. But never mind that. We got race starts to take a look at here, Adam. Let's get up and rolling.
3, 4, 5 lights on, 5 lights go out, and away we go as we pray to the racing gods to keep this clean as they go into the first breaking point, and we already have carnage. There's Tyler Brown spun around. Joshua Wilkie is in the mix as well. Oh man, Tyler Brown from the pole all the way down to 13th, and Adam Thomsen takes the lead. And he got a bump from somebody. We'll take a look at the replay as soon as things calm down. And oh, there goes Brad Cathcart, and Joshua Wilkie goes by. And I'm not sure who collected Cathcart there, but
gross.
It was Chad Gross off the jump, and the carnage already starting. Not even one lap into this one is Adam Thomsen out in front with Derek Fulk in second. I would imagine Derek Fulk seizing an opportunity here as long as he keeps Adam Thomsen in sight. And I would imagine someone's going to take the Joker lap this time. It's going to be Adam Thomsen to extend that lead. And Derek Fulk goes along with him just to make sure that time gap does not separate too much there. But Kevin Irwin in fourth. The cheese car is Matt Lass will go by him. He's already up 2 spots. Joshua Sushi, biggest mover of the night so far, up 6 spots. Tyler Brown, though, the biggest loser so far, down 10 spots after starting on the pole. And wow, just like that, things already kicking off here, but here comes Kevin Irwin. But let's take a look at what happened to Tyler Brown here on the start. Doesn't get the launch off the line here, going down into turn 1. Oh, just too hard on the brakes. Probably made a little contact there. Looks like Andy Kosick involved as well with Josh Wilkie. And yeah, that's unfortunate there. I think Tyler Brown did not expect Adam Thomsen to just have just that small of a gap between themselves. And let's take a look and see what happened here. And Chad Gross getting a little squirrely off the jump, and into the wall he goes, collecting Brad Cathcart with him. These front wheel drive cars are not fun sometimes. They're a little bit wee. So, and that adds an element to this. These are front wheel drive cars. They're not all wheel drive. And who was that? Derek Fulk that just went into the wall?
I think Folk was able to get away with it. Has he? Looking at a little bit of smoke on that race car? No, he's looking fine at the moment. We got a Titanic battle, though, for the final 2 spots inside the top 5. Look at this. Holy cow. Matt Lash, Josh Succi, and Josh Wilkie all get involved in this battle. Look at them as they squirrel their way up the hill. That was a horrible run for Joshua Succi. A fantastic run for Joshua Wilkie. So many Joshuas here. I feel like I'm at a paintball tournament.
Things are getting spicy. Things are getting absolutely spicy. Here's Joshua Wilkie into the top 5 now. And Matt Lass, he takes the Joker lap because he wants to get that space from Josh Wilkie, but it might not be enough. 2 point. Oh no, Matt Lass gained 2 spots off the Joker. Here comes Jake Ham taking the Joker this time. And again, these guys have to take it twice. So Jake Ham moves into 8th. And let's see, Kevin Irwin now and Matt Last going to battle here. Kevin Irwin, the cheese car. Oh, I thought he was thinking about giving it a little bit of a bumper there into the corner. Gets a little bit sideways, loses time here as that Ford Fiesta hasn't found the roadside yet and been declared dead. And here goes Kevin Irwin. He goes, okay, this is the time to take the Joker. Cuts off a portion of the road of the course. Gets back into 3rd with a little bit of a gap. So good call there by Kevin Irwin. Joshua Wilkie has yet to take the Joker lap. And here comes Joshua Sushi in the WRX machine. Andy Kosick, that car's seen better days in that Volkswagen Beetle. And he is just, at this point, I think he's just trying to get through the race without issue right now, because he's been collected in more incidences than he would probably have liked to this season, really. Tyler Brown has moved into 9th, and he must have had another incident because his back bumper's been torn off.
As my dearly departed mother would say, his ass fell off.
Okay.
Oh God, his ass really did fall off. You can see the entire rear suspension in that car.
It's missing. It's definitely missing. Which these cars, that's they're gonna tear off. Body parts are gonna tear off. And
on the drivers or the cars?
Probably both.
Yeah.
Both. Adam Thomsen out in front by 2.7 seconds here as he is completely out in front here on lap number 8 of 12. Things really kicked off at the start. Let's see here. Can we get let's take another look at the race start again if we can, Ron.
I think
Josh
the chopper
Sushi,
cam may be good for this.
Yeah, let's take a look at the chopper cam aerial view here as, again, Tyler Brown, your pole sitter. And just watch, he does not get a good start there. Adam Thomsen getting a great jump. And, yeah, I think he just did not brake in time and got into Adam and over-rotated the car and everything. So really no harm, no foul by anybody. It was just Tyler Brown not expecting how quick that braking zone was going to be off the line. Joshua Wilkie looking at a top 5 finish here, chasing down Matt Last. Do we have our Joker graphic? I just want to see how many people have taken the Joker. There it is. Everybody except for Andy Kosick, Tyler Brown, Jimmy Howitt, and Chad Gross, but those two, they're out of the race, so they are done. And Chad Gross decides that he is officially done for the night as he goes out. And Joshua Wilkie right there on the tailpipe of Matt Last, and Matt Last currently doing everything he can to stay out in front of the 077 of Joshua Wilkie.
That's Tyler Brown jumping in front of Jake Ham. That was him using the Joker lap. Finally, he jumps into that spot. We'll have to do it once again, however, so that's going to affect his. Look at Josh Suchi. Where did he come from? Off the top rope. He's going to drop down to 8th as a result of all that. That was a bizarre line for Josh Suchi to run, obviously unintentional, but no matter how you slice it, lose it out on a boatload of time. Jason Grider somehow picked up a slowdown, which I didn't even know was possible on a rallycross track. As look at Jake Ham and Joshua Suchi trying to kill each other there.
Jake Ham just trying to pick up any points he can. Tyler Brown takes the Joker. He moves up another spot, a couple of spots that time, chasing down Andy Kosick. Lap 11, we're almost to the white flag here, and Andy Kosick goes out wide. That allows Tyler Brown to get into 6th. And right now, Tyler Brown doing everything he can just to get into the top 5 and to recover a good finish after his incident on the first lap. Not even the first lap. We haven't even started lap 1 when that happened. And right now, white flag. Adam Thomsen has taken it. And we are one more time around here. Here goes Joshua Sushi trying to go down the inside of Jake Ham as they go into the final corner before the jump. And luckily, Jake Ham standing his ground there And Joshua Sushi will lose yet out again, down to 9th. Adam Thomsen into lap traffic here. Goes into the final corner for the final time over the jump. Very calm, cool, and collected drive. Adam Thomsen wins yet again here at XSLR, making it pretty much 6 on the bound.
And he ballparked it.
He ballparked it. Here we go. Final corner here for Jake Ham. Can he get by Andy Kostic as Joshua Sushi has come back into the fray? Here they go. Final corner. Final time. He's not going to get there. Andy Kostic will hold on to 6. Oh, and Josh Wilkie, a podium finish. We will get to interview our boss tonight.
Oh, and Matt Last picked up a black flag. One problem that these racers do have in terms of doing the Crash 'em Up Wreckfest at the end, the race isn't officially marked as over until all the drivers come across a line, which I believe now has officially happened considering Charles Beauchel is in the pits and there's Jason Grider twirling his way through the... Oh my god! Oh, wow! Oh, don't go into the grandstands! Jason Grider nearly with blood on his hands. Holy...
All right. So your race winner was Adam Thomsen, Derek Fulk in second, Joshua Wilkie third. That's our podium finishers here tonight. And we will get them here in our interview waiting areas in just a moment. Looks like Adam Thomsen's there. Let's get him interviewed really quickly here. Mr. Thomsen, our race winner. Why'd you have to do our boy Tyler Brown like that dirty?
I don't know. I got a pretty good start, and I wanted to defend that inside. I knew that inside line was where everybody was going to want to go. So we'll have to look at it. I've mentioned it in the driver's brief. With this being the old scan of Sonoma, things get a little weird. I don't know if you guys caught it on the broadcast or not. I'm actually watching it right now. Give me a second here. So, yeah, I got to the inside there, got on the brakes to try to hold that inside. And, yeah, things just get super weird around here with that old scan. If you go to a right front suspension view of one of these cars, you're going to see the right 2 wheels are actually lifted off the ground going through that corner. So it's probably what caused that. We had that issue in a practice race as well. And it's just really just not much you can do, to be honest. But, it's unfortunate for Tyler. I feel terrible for him. He was quick, would have had a good race. And, yeah, it just sucks, man. It sucks.
Well, you get the win. You did get a great jump off the line. I mean, nothing can be done when you get that good of a jump, and you just maintain control of the race here, and you got yet another W.
I did. Derek was keeping me company, though. He was not letting me go and screw off, to be honest. I mean, I don't know where he found the pace or when he found the pace, but he found it sometime in the last 40 minutes before we started the actual race. So, yeah, Derek was on me, and sounds like I heard a bit of an apology there from Charles Beauchel as we were trying to get around lap traffic. But obviously we're going to go look at that too. But no, it was good. I mean, obviously I had to call out the Joker laps, which didn't help me being in the lead. Had to let Derek know when I was taking the Joker, so I think he probably just followed me through both those Joker laps. Didn't want me to get a bit of a gap. My plan was to take one, hoping that he wouldn't and hoping he would save his to the end, and then I was going to take another one at the end of the race, but he just followed me through him and kept me honest.
Well, congratulations on yet another win. Anybody you want to thank before we let you go?
Yeah, you guys first and foremost for making this happen. We had a pretty big field tonight, and I'm sure you guys had a blast with that, trying to cover a bunch of idiots drive rallycross cars. So Ron, thanks for doing the best you can around in the rallycross. But I keep forgetting to do this, so I've got to do it this time. I got to thank my wife, Sarah, and my daughter, Aspen, and she yelled at me the last 2 times. I didn't even know she cared about me, to be honest. So she clearly found out that I didn't shout her out, and my daughter. So got to thank them as well, and all the drivers in the league for doing what they do, and keeping the league alive. If it was just me out here racing, nobody would want to cover it. So thanks, guys, for staying in here and sticking with it through all the series. It's turning into a lot of fun.
Well, congratulations, Adam. We'll see you next week at IRP.
Yes, sir. See you then.
Adam Thomsen, our winner here tonight. We'll talk to somebody who we usually don't talk to this early in the season. Derek Fulk, our second place finisher here tonight. Derek, we don't talk to you this early, and here you are. It seems like maybe the Rallycross car is yet another road course car that you're pretty strong in.
Yeah, it was a good race out there. I think if you give me a coupe or a sedan and some sort of asphalt, I'll eventually figure it out.
Well, tonight you did. You come home with a podium finish. Just talk about your race. You were battling with Adam there for the first part of the race, but it just seemed like you couldn't quite keep up towards the end.
Yeah, Adam had a big time pace there, and I just tried to keep him in my purview and tried to keep chasing him as best I can to kind of replicate the same lines and try to build a gap. And ultimately, it ended up paying off tonight.
Well, it was good. It was a good race and very, very exciting, especially up front there. Anybody you want to thank for the podium?
Yeah, definitely give it a shout out to my Subaru engineers, Tyler Brown and Matt Lass, for teaching me how to drive this car right before the race, and everyone over at XSLR, Slow Motion Broadcasting, and Zoot Lord Racing.
Well, congratulations, Derek. You finished second here tonight. We'll see you next week at Lucas Oil IRP.
Thank you.
Derek Folk, our second place finisher. Now we get to talk to our boss, which we have to be nice to him. He signs our paychecks. And Josh Wilkie, our third place finisher here tonight. Josh, where the heck did this pace come from?
Yeah, well, I kind of knew I had some all night, but I don't drive this car often. And I was like literally fumbling with buttons there in the first race. And I let go of my clutch bite button. And I think I jumped in reverse. It wouldn't shift for a minute and it kind of panicked me. Anyway, I just deleted myself so I wouldn't hurt anybody or wreck anybody's race there in the first one. And then I just sat patiently and waited until I had another chance here and tried to be as clean as humanly possible out there. And I think I pretty much achieved that. T1 was a bit of a mess in the feature. I think I got hit from behind there and then got into some people. But other than that, it was great. And I just kind of laid down the laps I could do. I hadn't practiced the Joker lap. I think I did one practice into it, so that was all new. I was glad I didn't overshoot that one. But yeah, fun. I love these cars. I haven't driven them in a really long time, so it's good to be back in them again. It's literally been years since I've driven these.
Well, so you did have an incident early in the race, but to come back with a third place finish, very, very exciting. Also, deleting yourself in the first heat race, but your first, your consolation race of the beat feature, I mean, you drove through the field and won it and didn't really look back.
Yeah, I got if there's one thing I'm pretty good at, it's starts and stuff like this. I don't know if that's from years of, competing and all kinds of other things, not motor racing, but I'm pretty good at starts. And I got some pretty good starts today, even in the feature there. If there wasn't two cars in front of me, I would have blown by the first pack there of cars right away before T1, but I couldn't get it. But yeah, I mean, I just tried to be as clean as I possibly can. I've learned over the years here that being clean is best. When you see somebody in front of you kind of panicking to be defensive, I just start rubbing my hands together. This is going to be easy to get it out. Not that anybody did that today. It was really good driving from everyone. But yeah, I was just able to get through the field. I found some pace, and I love these cars. I think that's probably what got me. And the livery out there too, obviously with the Audi livery helped me out.
Well, congratulations. Of course, I guess we can ask you who you're going to thank, but you're just going to be thanking yourself.
Yeah, I'd like to thank, obviously the big guy upstairs. Can't do any of this without him. And then you guys, obviously, huge, and Adam for putting this on. He gave us a really good driver briefing there in the beginning. I've never heard him so serious, and it kind of scared me a bit. But yeah, this has been really good. I'm having fun. I'm glad I can actually get out there and race. I've been trying to get in these races all season, and I'm able to do it. So thanks to you guys up there in the booth at SMB, just putting it all together here. Thanks to the admins and drivers out there too. That was a blast. Can't do it without the drivers. So awesome. Thanks, guys. Well,
congratulations, Josh, on a podium finish. We will see you. I don't know the next time we'll see you, but we'll see you hopefully here soon back on the racetrack.
Sounds good, guys. Thanks a lot. Take care.
Josh Wilkie, the big boss here at Slow Motion Broadcasting, finishing third. Well, Ron, let's go through the results quickly, and then let's get out of here for the night. Adam Thomsen wins here tonight with Derek Polk second. Third will be Josh Wilkie. Kevin Irwin, a top 5 finish from him, another top 5 finish. Andy Kosick, after his earlier incident, gets into the top 5 as well. Jake Hammond 6th, Joshua Sushi in 7th. Tyler Brown will come home to 8th. He couldn't quite finish in the top 5. Matt Lass in 9th, Brad Cathcart in 10th. Jason Grider in 11th, Charles Bushell 12th. Jimmy Howitt, who did not start the race, in 13th. No, he did start the race. He has 9 laps. And Chad Gross in 14th, who crashed out before we even started the lap. So that is a quick look at the results. Ron, what do we got coming up here at Slow Motion Broadcast?
Well, as per usual, we've got a lot of action to look forward to coming up here on SMB. This upcoming Tuesday, you'll be able to see the second to last round of the Sim Racers Group F4 Championship at Misano. SRG F3 also going to be running their penultimate round at Road Atlanta on Wednesday. You can catch both of those broadcasts at 9:45 p.m. Eastern Time. The Formula V's going to be running at Okayama this upcoming Saturday, with the Formula Fords running at Circuit de Lebanon, the Spec Racer Fords running at Harath, and XSLR next week going to be at Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park for round number 11 of what has been a fantastically fun season. Another fun night here on Slow Motion Broadcasting. We had our giggles, we had some fun racing, we had a fun time, and we don't have to pay for the crash damage, which I think is the greatest thing of all. But that's all the stuff to look forward to here on Slow Motion Broadcasting. Gives you a very good reason to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any of the racing action. I also just noticed, looking at the track map, this track kind of looks like a clown shoe, don't it?
Well, it does, and it's definitely a clown shoe, all right, with some clown racing that can happen here at Sonoma. But Ron, I think that will do it for us tonight. Thank you all for watching at home. I hope you enjoyed the broadcast tonight. Sweet. From Lucas Oil, IRP.